Now, from a technical perspective, it's got to be hard to write about somebody like Marm because you don't have like huge sections of dialogue in here. She, of course, wouldn't want to be in the press like that. She wouldn't want to put her words actually out there because that would be a horrible criminal. So from a technical perspective as an author, was it fun to kind of have to piece this life together in, a different way than you would just a general biography where everything is there for the taking?
Well, you put your finger right on it. And of course, anyone writing historical nonfiction, whether it's true crime or something else, your first order of business is to look for personal papers. In this case, there were none, at least none that anyone has ever been able to find. And I think the reason is that Mrs. Mandelbaum was no fool. She clearly knew that in her line of work, committing anything to paper would have been professional suicide. So then, as a journalist, where do you go? So I assembled her life over more than a year from all of these little glimmers and sparks. I felt like a 19th century prospector panning for gold, appropriately, since that dovetails completely with her era in America. And so there were hundreds and hundreds of period newspaper articles that I made my way through. Some were, nice, clean, digitized copies online. Others were on microfilm. Remember microfilm from the school library? Microfilm that was so old, parts of it were black with decay. It looked as though things had been redacted. There were also wonderful things in the New York City Municipal Archives, court records. In this era when so many people are getting indicted, it was a thrill to find her original indictment papers, and we even have a copy of one page of the indictment in the book. There were also, happily, memoirs by her colleagues and contemporaries on both sides of the law, criminals and the police alike. And so she could be pieced together as a kind of mosaic, and I'm hoping that in the end she emerged fully formed.